Hey there, it's me, Karen Graves of FinancialFreedomYourWay.com, helping you break free of the JOB or the business that's burning you out. So I'm really excited to share with you a super magical formula. And this is your financial freedom formula. I'm going to give you this formula and I'm going to tell you, you are going to lose your mind, because by applying this formula, by putting in and plugging in your numbers and getting real about what you need to do financially, you will be able to see exactly how much money you need to make on a daily basis to have full financial freedom. You'll be able to set a timeline. And by knowing your numbers, you'll also be able to set up a game plan of how do you achieve those numbers so that you can have full financial freedom in any amount of time that you want. As a matter of fact, I'm working on mine. I got so giddy about my financial freedom plan that I realized that I am on target 3 times faster than I thought, just by applying the formula. And what I thought was going to take me 6 months is really going to take me about 2 months to hit my goals. And so this type of formula, once you realize it, it's so exciting. And I don't want to keep it to myself. I want to share it with you, because I will tell you, this is going to not only blow your mind, but it's going to ease your fears, your stress, your pressure. You will be able to release any type of stress that you have by working with this formula, because you'll be able to see that, the goals that you have for yourself and what you want for yourself are right there in front of you. All right, so here we go. So first and foremost, it's really important for you to know to the penny how much money you need. How much money you need. Is it, to pay your bills, to go on a trip, to buy something in particular, to, really have breathing space and breathing room. And I'm not asking, like, when I say know your numbers, I mean know it to the penny. So if you have mortgage over the next year, how much is your mortgage going to be over the next year? If you have, the electric bill that you have to pay, like, what are your household expenses? You've got to know all of your numbers. And if there's some, credit card debts and luxury items that you're looking for, what is it that you need and want over the next year that will help you feel that you have hit financial freedom? All right. And to the penny. So that means break it out. Sometimes people like to avoid looking at their numbers because there's shame involved. They feel guilty that they're falling short. You're going to have to get over that. You're going to have to be able to say, you know what? I really got to look at my numbers. Numbers are power. When you know what your numbers are, you can then figure out the solution to getting to those numbers. If you try to do all this stuff in your head, you're going to forget something, number one. Number two, you're going to deny something. You're going to say, oh, it's not that important. All of it's important. Write it all down. Okay. Once you come up with that number, you want to say, okay, do I want to hit this goal in 6 months or do I want to hit it in 12 months? We're not going over a year. In the next 6 months, do you want to do it in the next 12 months? Make a decision. It's either 6 or 12. All right. I did 6 months, but you can certainly do a year. So then you take your number and you divide it by that 6 or that 12. That's going to give you, what your 6 month number is your monthly amount, how much you're going to need per month in order to hit that goal. Now, you might still be looking at that number and saying, ooh, that's a big number. I don't like it. I don't like that number. It's still pretty big. Well, I'm going to help you feel even better about it. Then I want you to divide that number by 4.3. That's the number of weeks there are in a month on average, right? So divide that number, whatever you got, by 4.3. That is now your weekly amount. All right. So that number's a little smaller, probably feels a little bit more achievable. So you probably say, oh, that number's not so bad. All right. Then I want you to take that number and divide it by 7. That's going to give you how much you need daily. Now, that daily number should feel a lot less intimidating than that monthly number was, or that full annual or biannual amount was, right? Or semi-annual amount was. So at this point, you should be breathing a sigh of relief. If you want to breathe even more of a sigh of relief, divide it by 2. Because now you'll know how much you need to make before lunch and how much you need to make after lunch. And I have to admit that this was taught to me by a mentor, and I thought it was like, oh my gosh, I love this. And with the business that I'm doing currently, I found that yesterday I made 3 times the amount that I needed in a single day, which is why I know I am on track for really really amplifying my goals and really getting to that goal, those goals a lot quicker. And to realize that in the next 2 to 3 months, I'm going to be, financially just in that freedom space the way that I've always wanted to be based on the business that I'm doing is a godsend. And so, just knowing that this is how many sales I need to make per day and that it's doable, definitely just a happy discovery. It was just like, wow, okay, I'm already doing that. Man, I'm already surpassing that. What other goals do I want? What other possibilities are now open for me? What else can I achieve? What else can I do? It's exciting. So if you're sitting there and you're saying, wow, these numbers aren't so bad, I can definitely do this, then go ahead and start putting together your plan on how to achieve it. If you're sitting there and you're like, I'm not so sure how I'm going to do this. I need X amount of dollars every day, this much in the morning, this much in the afternoon, and I am not making those sales. It doesn't matter what business you're in, then there's something that needs to change. And guess what? You can change it. If you're not making that money in a day, what do you need to do to make that type of money in a day? Right? You always have resources. It might be go out and make some sales. It might be go out and get a job. Whatever it is, or get that promotion. I'm trying to break you free of your JOB, but if you're in the JOB and you need to make some more income, well, you can look at the opportunities that I share with you, of course, but you can also say, okay, right here where I am, how do I expand to make that type of money? It doesn't matter where you are. Just know that there is an opportunity for you to go where you want to go. So use the formula. Again, figure out to the dollar how much you really need for your life. What is it? Count all those bills, count all the debt, count everything that's there for you. And then divide it by 12 or 6, depending on if you want to get there in a half a year or a year. Then divide that by 4.3. Then divide that by 7. And then divide that by 2. And you'll know how much you need to make before lunch and after lunch. And there you have the freedom formula for your finances. You should be feeling freer already. And if you're not feeling freer, check out my links below, workwithkarengraves.com or easyamazonprofits.com. I'm personally using the Amazon way to go ahead and ramp up my goals and achieve those goals in a lot less time than I thought. And you can too. So check out the resources. They're there for you. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Bye.